Alright, welcome back. This is the Spider-Man the Heist DLC. Technically it's part of the City That Never Sleeps DLC. But it's part 1, the Heist, and I'm going to do a quick little review while I run through town picking up backpacks I should have picked up in the main game. So, there are good stuff and bad stuff to it, as there are with pretty much everything. Apparently I'm right on top of the backpack. I don't know where it's at, though. Regardless, it's around here somewhere. So, I hesitate with a lot of the bad things. I'm actually a bit hesitant to talk about. At least the bad things mostly have to do, that I experienced, mostly have to do with the storyline. And I'm hesitant to talk about them just simply because this is part 1 and I don't know where the story is going. One of the funniest online reviews I've ever read was this a review of a Doctor Who audio drama, and it's brutal. It rips it to shreds. It's just the person writing it just ripped the entire thing to shreds. It was very brutal, very intense review of it, and get to the end of the review, and the whoever wrote it ended it by saying, and I've only listened to the first half of it. You know, I'll come back and tell you how the rest of it is. And it just struck me as absolutely hilarious, because it's like, wait, you don't want to see where the story's going before you rip it to shreds? So, for that reason, I'm not going to rip the storyline itself to shreds. I will admit, I found it a little bit disappointing that it's part of a bigger storyline, because on a personal level, this isn't shared by everyone, I'm just not that big of a Black Cat fan, so I thought, okay, having her show up in a single... I hate it when he does that, don't you? See? He keeps flipping, and I'm not trying to flip. I'm trying to go down here. Anyway, shows you how good at this game I am. Not very. So, yeah, not a big Black Cat fan. So I was a little disappointed that... Ooh, I can go take a picture of the bar with no name. I'll do that. So, a little bit disappointed that, you know, this is only first part of a 3-part storyline. And even though the way this ends, not to give away spoilers, but she could be in the next storyline, or maybe she isn't. But it's vague enough that they,
Good shot.
Yay! So, it's vague enough that she could appear in future storylines, or maybe she won't. So, I have a vague feeling that she probably will appear in future storylines, so... Teensy-weensy bit disappointing. That... Because I was kind of hoping, you know, separate storylines for each of the DLCs, and, yeah, just chance with different heroes. On the plus side, I was pleasantly surprised that Hammerhead turned out to be the villain in this. Did not expect that him at all. He was not on my list of potential villains. And I kind of I have a probably vain hope that we'll see other classic villains appearing, but I don't know how that's going to work out. Gameplay itself is actually pretty entertaining. It's more challenging than the main game, which is as it should be in DLCs. And yeah, the thing that really got me was the inclusion of the we have brutes now that have Gatling guns, and you can't just stop them by sending your webbing at them. It takes quite a bit of webbing to stop them, and oftentimes when you're trying to stop them, you're also surrounded by a bunch of other people who are trying to kill you. So it ratchets up the suspense. It ratchets it up. The challenging, the suspense of it, and not knowing if you'll survive or not. It's just it's way more intense in that regard. The suits were okay. The new suits that they included were okay, but they were they were not what I really wanted, but they were kind of disappointing. I'm not a big fan of the British Spider-Man, or Spider UK as he's known, so I wasn't overly happy with the inclusion of his outfit. I do like this outfit, the one I'm currently wearing. And I'll go over the outfits in more detail. I'll do with any. I like the shimmery of this outfit, and I actually do like how it looks, which isn't always not everybody likes. You know, this outfit has been controversial, and I did like the fact that they included the Kane outfit, or Scarlet Spider Kane. Kane is but yeah, I'll go into more detail about the outfits and their origins and whatnot at a future point where I'm not actually reviewing this. So, yep, that was all good. One of the added things that I really enjoyed about this are these over here, is the Screwball challenge. Screwball, if you'll remember from the original main game, she's was part of a side mission, and where she basically wants to put Spider-Man on. She's I want to say YouTuber, but a live streamer basically, and she wants to put Spider-Man on her live stream so she can ratchet up the likes. She got arrested, but the arrest didn't stick, and now she's back with these different challenges, like Taskmaster did. There's only 5 of these in DLC, which makes me think she's going to be appearing in the next 2 DLCs, which I'm actually quite happy about. I liked her inclusion. I liked the DLCs. They're actually different. We have here a gadget challenge, where she's hacked your Spidey system, and you're limited to only 2 gadgets to use during the fight, and you get more points if you combine the different gadgets. We have the combat ones, which are like the Taskmaster combat ones, except they have they include there's these little what are they, selfie moments, where if you knock somebody out inside a designated area, it becomes a selfie, and if it looked really cool, it adds to your points. And finally, let's see, here we are. We have the EMP challenge, where it's kind of like the Electro ones, where there's this huge conductor that you have to take out, but you have to do them in a specific order, and yeah, also has a similar selfie moment where you'll go through a certain area, you'll swing through a small little area, and you'll have a chance to click on a selfie, and if you click at the right moment, you get a ton of extra points for those selfies, which you pretty much need to do if you want to get a high enough score on these things. So yeah, there's 3 very new, very different types of challenges. So that made it a lot of fun, at least for me. Let's see, wait. Where am I? I'll head over to this one. So that was pretty much the inclusions, and also there's going the wrong way. There's the inclusion of a separate side mission as well, where an old police officer asks you to find some old paintings that a art thief had stolen, and you also get a lot more information about Felicia Hardy, or the Black Cat, and so on, by doing these little missions. So yeah, it's well worth having. The additional challenges, additional suits are pretty fun, and this is only the first of 3 additional DLCs that will drop. And I do think they did do some different things that did not show up in the initial game. So I think it was well worth it. I know a lot of people seem to have there we go. Seems to have ripped on this DLC and said it wasn't worth the money, but thus far it's well worth the money, and the knowledge that it costs about $25, so it's actually a little cheaper than most season passes. So for the full season pass, $25 for these additional things in the game, plus 2 more DLC packs and whatnot, I think are well worth it at today's prices. Although, I could go off on a rant on how expensive video games have become. I mean, seriously? That much money for a single video game. Regardless, that was my quick look at the or quick little review of the Heist DLC. Like and subscribe if you like it. I would recommend getting this if you've enjoyed the original Spider-Man game. If you didn't, then don't get it. There you go. I'm not going to give a rating system or anything like that. It's well worth getting and pretty fun. Plus, new suits. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!